Hey guys, it's Nick Davies, and today's video is about if you want to learn some physical or mental skills more quickly, what to do. So one of the things I was guilty of back in the day when I used to work at BT was working 60-hour weeks, sometimes 70 and things like that. Really ridiculous, because your effectiveness of your output tails off dramatically when you're tired or fatigued, either mentally or physically. So if you're wanting to learn a new physical skill, that may be a sport or part of your sport, what you're doing, or maybe it's a mental skill, something to do with learning new concepts or remembering names or things like that. There's some really interesting research, and one thing I found was that regular rests when I was doing study, which I study neuroscience now obviously because I specialise in PTSD and trauma, and obviously the psychology and human behaviour that goes behind that. But also when I work with sports people, I help them accelerate their progress in terms of how quickly they can learn new skills. So it was about having regular rests, and what normally I used to do was sort of work for 48 minutes, have a 12-minute rest, and that was seen as the optimum kind of time scale. What I've found out recently, and this is by a neuroscientist that I follow that does some really good podcasts, called Dr. Andrew Huberman, and he mentioned about the gap effects, and he was saying whenever you're doing an activity, physical or mental, it's really important to, or the science shows, that if a buzzer goes off randomly and you have 10-second breaks, and in that 10-second break you can have your eyes open or your eyes closed, and you basically do nothing. And what they found was that the processes in the brain for learning and memory, the hippocampus and neocortex, amongst other areas, allowed the parts of the mind to replay what you've been learning 20 times faster. So you're kind of going over what you've just learned, but at 20 times the speed. So you can imagine the benefits of this. And what it did is it accelerated learning. So I invite you all to, if you are learning a physical or a mental skill or anything like that, is to try these short breaks of doing nothing. What I try and do, because we have ultradian rhythms every 90 minutes where we daydream, and that's where our brain updates things anyway, we know that as well. So I tend to just go into a state of curious meditation with curiosity. So I'm like, oh, what have I learned? What do I need to, how can I utilise that in what I'm doing? How will it affect me? How will it help other people in order to heal them and teach other people these things, because I run a training school. So if you are trying to learn a new skill or improve your skills in any area, what I would really suggest is that you take regular breaks just to ponder. Don't do anything, but your brain naturally ponders on what you're doing. And what you'll find is you accelerate your mental, emotional, physical skills a lot more quickly. Hope you've enjoyed that. If you have, please give us a like and leave some comments below. And I'll see you on the next video. Take care.